it was a gang of performances going on. They wanted us to get on stage and do a high five.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
So I had never done a high five or done anything stand-up wise, but I was thinking to myself, okay, in between shows, let's try it.
All right.
So I get up on stage. Now this is like early 2000s. So I get up there and I killed it.
Oh, well, good.
So, yeah, like, and this is club. They waiting for the artist, and I killed it, and it was super funny. I remember I did a joke on Cisco. It was the thong song, but I did Hot Comb, and I did like Hot Comb, talking about how girls need to hot comb their hair, and I did the cartwheel with one arm on stage, and I had a hot comb and the whole nine.
Right.
And so they would crack it up, right? So I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I can do this. Then years later, I stopped doing it. Years later, another opportunity come up. Now here's the problem. I thought because I killed it at that, I could kill it again.
That ain't how stand-up work.
Yeah, bro. Didn't prepare as much as I did before, and it did not go well at all. You know what I mean? At all. And when I did it this time, it was like years later, but it was a situation where who was there? Martin was there. Tracy Morgan was there. And it was a whole big thing that we were doing in the Valley where they was trying to do like stand up in the Valley. And I remember I got up there. This was back when I used to drink, right? So I'm drinking, I get up there and I'm trying to do the same physical comedy aspect of things I've done before. And I never forget, I'm trying to put on a wig. So I'm doing my set and then I walk off. And I put on a wig and I'm taking too long because the wig, I can't get it on. And all I hear is Tracy go, "Come on, Kel. Where you at? Come back out."
Come on, Kel Mitchell. What you doing round here?
Bro.
Wasting people's time round here.
I was so embarrassed, bro. I was so embarrassed that I remember going to the car, and I went to the car, and I didn't come out the car. And I remember me and my wife, we were dating around this time, and she was like, "Martin was looking for you. He wanted to talk to you." To this day, I want to know what Martin wanted to tell me, but I don't know because, I was in the car hiding. And so, she goes.
You never reached out to Martin? You never reached out to him?
I never reached out. Nope, I didn't reach out to hear what he had to say. It's one of the things. It's embarrassment and drunkenness at the same time. It was weird.
I feel you.
I was in the car like, why? So at that point, I said, I'm never touching stand-up again, right? I was like, I'm done. I don't care. Then, this is a funny stand-up journey. That's what I'm taking you on. So,
yeah, no, absolutely. I'm enjoying it.
So then, and before it, right, I forgot. And before that, I was hosting like college events, which is also very different. So I was hosting, and I would only do like 2 minutes in between. Right. So I was thinking like, oh, okay, well, I'm groovy because I could do this. But this was like a hot, 15, that I had to do. And it was very different, right? So then I started working with some other folks and to do stand-up. Somebody asked me again. Every time, like, it'd be like a 5-year gap. Somebody asks, "Kel, you want to do stand-up?"
Right.
And because I'm a competition type of person, I'm ready to go.
Right.
I'm like, "Oh, I bet." Hey, okay.
Hey, okay.
Okay. So I say, "All right, bet. I'm gonna do it again." Okay. So, but I don't understand why, because see, here's the thing. Because I'm a celebrity already, I would get into situations where an audience would come and I would be on a bill with some hot people, right? Because of that. And so it was just like, all right, so this next time I do it, it's at the Improv, right? It's at the Improv.
Was it D-Ray night?
No, this was Turn Up Tuesdays.
Okay.
Up Tuesdays.
Okay.
And I will never forget this. Me and my wife tell this joke all the time because I was so amped coming out, right? I came out there and I was like, "Turn Up Tuesdays, Turn Up Tuesdays, it's time to turn up." And we laugh about this all the time, right? So I get out there and I'm doing everything so physical because I come from a physical comedy world. So I'm going through it and I'm going through all the jokes. I ain't giving no time to breathe. I'm just like, I'm going to finish these jokes. Y'all gonna hear them and if y'all laugh, y'all don't. So I'm just going crazy, right? But here's what happened. I wouldn't say I bombed, but I didn't do good.
Right. I know how that is.
So you could imagine now, this night was crazy. Kevin Hart came that night to, work on his set for his next special. Cat Williams all of a sudden had came that night as well. You were there that night.
I was about to say, I think I was there that night.
Yes, you was there that night.
That's crazy.
You know why you don't remember that night? And I thank God, because Dave Chappelle came that night.
That's crazy.
Now, when Dave Chappelle came that night, everyone forgot about what Kel did. So hallelujah, because they forgot. They forgot about what I did. So Kevin goes up, Dave goes up, Cat goes up, everybody, Dave did about 2-3 hours.
Right.
And so it was amazing because everybody forgot about what I did, right? And so I was hurt because Cat came and talked to me. We know each other. We've done a movie together that I wrote, and we did one independent movie. He came and talked to me. And
what did he say?
Crazy, he was like, "You were like a Wayne Brady type of mix." This is exactly what he told me. He said, and I don't know what that meant. And I was just like, okay. And then he laughed and walked off. And I said, okay. He said, if you hone into that. And I said, okay. I said, all right.
All right.
And he walked off, right? I talked to Kevin before, and Kevin said, you good? This was before I was going up. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. He was like, all right. You sure? I was like, I'm good. I hit the stage. So anyway, I do all of this, and I'm telling you this journey because I go up and it doesn't go well, right? So now I'm like, bump this. If I'm gonna do this, I'm not gonna wait 5 years for people to tell me whatever. Let's do it for real. And I started hitting the workout rooms, like for real. Yeah. I hit the workout rooms. I started doing it. I really started working on my craft. I started getting advice from a lot of people. Red Grant gave me a lot of advice. Alfonso was giving me some advice at the time because he was doing stand-up as well. And I was just, Carlos Miller gave me some advice because we were at the same spot at that time too. So I was just going all over the place and getting advice from a lot of different people. And I was really working on my craft. And it was to the point where people was like, yo, Kel in here? Really just working on stuff? I would go to them long nights of just sitting there waiting for people to put you up there. And then my mission was like, I'm about to do this. And I didn't even talk about Nickelodeon anymore. I started really just talking about my life in general. I was like, I'm not going up there I'm not doing those sketches. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna just be me. Right. And it started to grow. If I was doing it for a couple of years, it started to grow and it was growing and to the point where I built up an out. So then it got to the point where I was like selling out at like Flappers. And I went back to improv to the same spot because I said, I'm gonna go back to improv and I'm gonna kill. I went to improv, killed. And I was super excited because Red Grant came up to me. You know, Red's night. This was Red's nights. Right. And he was like, you good now, baby, you good. He was like, you killing. But I love the fact that, people started to see like, okay, Kel taking this serious. He really want to do this. And I did. Like, I really wanted to take it serious and I really wanted to kill it. And I love the journey of stand-up because it ain't no punk. It's like, I understood acting, being on television, doing movies, but being on stage and them inviting them into your world. You know what I mean? Cedric gave me a lot of advice too, Cedric the Entertainer, because It's like you're inviting these people into your world, so you have to do it like a conversation. Like how we having a conversation right now and make everybody feel chill and they understand where you're coming from. Like we just laughing in the living room. And when I started to really, really do that, that's when it started to grow. You know Absolutely. What I mean? And but yeah, I know that was a long stand-up journey, but yeah.
No, man. That's what a podcast for. If you don't like long stuff, you tuned into the wrong thing. So
facts.
That's something that I had to learn too, because I'm super high energy and physical also. And I remember I was performing at the J Spot Comedy Club in Inglewood. And G-Thang, the comedian G-Thang was telling me, I was just doing my set. And he was like, you're talking over the crowd. You're not making a connection with the audience, like, because I'm just kind of looking over their heads and just doing my material instead of really like having that conversation and talking to them and that's a big difference when it comes to your material resonating, with the audience. So how did you hear about, because we definitely about to talk about Nickelodeon. So how did you hear about your All That audition, and were you booking anything before All That?